What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Kayode, joined by none other than Lewis, the administrator. Welcome to On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, episode 110. Look at me now.
This is the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Kick back and hang with your hosts, Kayode, Lewis, and Joel. Let's mark out.
Yes. Episode 110 coming at you live. This is On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Welcome to the show. I'm your boy Kayode, joined none other than by Lewis. Lewis, what's going on, baby? What's happening, man?
What up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. It is just two of the three. Joel is handling some business, but we're going to hold down this episode. Lots to talk about, not like crazy noteworthy stuff, but some good topics nonetheless.
Yeah, we got some good topics for you, man. The last time we saw it, last time we talked, Lewis, was right before Saturday night's main event. A lot went down on that Saturday night's main event, man. What were your immediate thoughts? Just a quick highlight, man. Or any clips you saw? What was your immediate thoughts of Saturday night's main event? We had some big stuff go down. Did it meet your expectations?
I had no expectations to begin with, so it couldn't have disappointed me, really. I want to comment on the fact that I was actually a bit surprised that CM Punk won the title. I wasn't. Let's put it this way. Initially, I'm like, they're going to give Punk the title because it just makes sense. Let's just get it over with. Yeah. But then in the ensuing weeks, with all the Jey Uso stuff and him kind of going on to the tweener side a little bit, and we discussed it on the podcast, like, Jey Uso as champion would be a potentially like a very intriguing swerve. Mm-hmm. But nope, that did not happen. And CM Punk is now your world heavyweight champion. Yeah. I say it's about damn time. Not because I was dying for CM Punk to become world champion, but because I would like for him to just have a proper run already, instead of the teases after teases after teases. And then, he came so close during SummerSlam just for him to lose it when Seth Rollins cashed in. So that was probably the most noteworthy thing of the night, where he won the title, and now we can finally give the CM Punk diehards and his followers all the blessings and all of that. We can finally give them what they want.
Finally give them what they want, man. Joe, we were speaking about this, man, and this was one of the things that came up in terms of Punk, Jade, Cody. Look at this picture. You got Saints, right? And that night, or Saturday night's main event, we had a pretty interesting term event. Like, we had Jade go over, which I think was the right move. If you're gonna do something like that with Jade in terms of turning her heel, you might as well go all in. No pun intended, but go all in and put the strap on her.
No surprise there.
Now we got to see how she goes with this, Lou. Like, now we got to see. This is do or die. She's now the women's world heavyweight champion. If she drops the ball and fumbles on this I don't know if Jay has any coming back. I don't know if she's got any more extra lives, extra credits. No, I don't know about that. And then Punk, I think Punk, this was the right move, but I wasn't interested. I just wasn't. The match was just okay. It was just, I just wasn't feeling all of it. Like, and Jay was just okay. I just felt like they were phoning it in. There wasn't a ton of chemistry. It just, wasn't great. And then, of course, you know, Joel's favorite, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes just kind of is just there. Like, he's just Cody Rhodes. Nothing exciting. We kind of knew he was going to beat Drew. I don't think anybody thought that Drew was going to win
Nah,
the title that night.
absolutely not.
So yeah, Saturday night's main event was just okay. Like, it was nothing special. I could have missed it and just watched the clips, to tell you the truth. The only thing I do like was that Jade went over, and I want to see Jade be the man. Like, I want to see Jade be the person that we all think that she can be. I don't know if she will be, though. That's the thing. I don't know if she will be.
Let me ask you a question, Kayode. So that photo, that image that
Yes.
you just posted up with CM Punk celebrating with his former AEW colleagues, with because they're all champions now.
Yeah.
That broke the internet. That was probably the
Broke.
most buzzworthy thing of the weekend, heading into the week, actually, more so than Saturday night's main event. I think people were more concerned about they were more concerned with the photo than the actual event.
Exactly.
So my question to you is, do you think CM Punk was trying to throw shade with that photo? Was he trying to throw shade at AEW Tony Khan? Or was it just one happy coincidence that he took a photo with those folks who he used to work with in another promotion?
Punk is very calculated, Lou. We know Punk is smart. He's a smart dude. And I think everything Punk does, from social media to things he may say, the little slick comments, always has to do with something. And I think this photo was something that he was trying to point out to your boy Tony Khan and the people over at AEW. I mean, it's four of what you would have thought were their biggest stars on AEW television, right? Jade, the newcomer badass, like, looks amazing, got it all. Chick, Jade, right? Punk, the legend, coming back from retirement and wrestling again full time.
Yeah.
Ricky, the future, the Rock 2.0 people, you know what I'm saying? And then Cody, the golden boy, the baby face, the leader of the locker room, the face that runs the place. Yes, this photo was on purpose. This photo was all about that. And they all got their titles all. Yes, this was the see me now. But here's the thing, Lou. Here's the thing. They were all champions of some sort in AEW.
True.
So
true.
I don't know if I don't know if the left hook connected fully. Like, I think it was like it glazed a little bit. It was like, oh, okay. Another company, you're just showing off, whatever. But you guys were also champions in my company as well. Not only were you guys champions in my company, but Jade, you were unstoppable. You were a force. Punk, legend. Saints probably didn't even deserve the championship at that point because he was still relatively new, but they handed it to him. And Cody had the TNT, never had the world heavyweight, had the TNT. So yeah, I don't know. The photo, the photo I think was something, but I don't know if it was a something plus, like some people. Like, I don't know if it was a something plus. But speaking of this photo, Lou, with CM Punk now as world champ, you posed a very interesting question, Lou. Posed a very interesting question. Transitional champion. What's your thoughts, bro? You think at some, you don't, here's my thought. I don't think Punk is losing that title between now and Mania. I come to the conclusion that I can't see Punk losing this title. I think they had to shift and pivot so hard because of the Seth injury that I don't think they're going to try to do another title swap or any type of drop between now and Mania, bro. Especially with Punk now holding the belt.
That's interesting.
What's your thoughts, man? You think this is a transitional period for Punk or for the title?
I don't know what to think actually, but now that you presented that, I'm thinking it's probably more realistic for Punk to just have a long term reign from now through Mania, but that's from now until next April. So, are we really gonna have him defend the title and have this long run, and then when he does finally get to WrestleMania with the belt, who does he drop it to? So, I don't know.
Mm.
On one side, I can say yes, make him a long term champion, hold it until Mania in Vegas next April. But then the other side of me is, wouldn't it be more interesting for him to drop the title before then and make it a little more unpredictable? Because
Hmm.
WWE only has a handful of PLEs before the big one, you know?
Right.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. It just doesn't. Something about WWE's state of like their main event scene. It feels very odd. I think Seth getting injured fucked up a lot of things.
Yeah, it messed up a lot.
I think things were brewing kind of nicely with the Vision, and then
Mhm.
Bron Breaker turning on Seth. Obviously, they had to do that because Seth was taking a leave, but I think that threw a huge monkey wrench into the booking because I'd imagine that Seth was a big, big part of whatever they had planned from now until Mania.
Right.
Seth, for all we know, Seth Rollins might have been world champion for that whole period until WrestleMania. Like, for all we know,
I can see that.
maybe
Yeah.
that was the plan. And then Punk gets his big moment and Seth gets his comeuppance at WrestleMania. That probably was going to be the originally planned main event, which was Punk versus Seth for the title. And this time, they probably would have added a stipulation where the Vision was banned from ringside,
Mhm.
or it was like an I quit. I don't know. They could have put some stipulation on it, like if Seth gets disqualified, he loses the title. But now that Seth is gone, where do you go from here? And when Punk, excuse me, when Punk drops the title, who becomes the new champion? Who picks it up from there? Who gets their big moment? And if it's gonna happen at Mania, Kayode, think about it. We're only in November. If it's gonna happen 4 or 5 months from now, who is going to be deserving of that big moment to for Punk to put over? If Punk is gonna hold it until Mania, that's why I'm leaning more towards him dropping the title before Mania. I don't know.
Mm.
It's weird. It just feels. It doesn't feel organic right now.
It doesn't feel. I totally feel you. It does not feel organic. But I think they pushed up the Punk run, obviously because of the Seth injury, and
Yeah.
I think because of this, they might want Punk to kind of just hold it till Mania because doing another drop, like I can't. Number one, I'm taking Jey Uso out of the equation. I think Jay's done in terms of holding this title anytime soon. I don't want to see Jay hold it anytime soon. I'm sorry. I was with him when he won it the first time, and then when the company showed their hand, it was like, yo, we ain't behind you fully on this. That made me lose hope in Jay. So my hope for Jay is down. So I don't think Jay's getting that title anytime soon. The
No
only
yeet.
no yeet, no yeet for this, man. No. The only person though, Lou, that if they wanted to do a WrestleMania moment, WWE loves their moments. The only other person I can think of, but I don't know if this is going to make it till Mania. They might try to push this sooner. Who's the person that Punk can put over? Not that he needs it, but I'm thinking Logan Paul.
Ugh.
Now, yes, does
Ugh.
it? It's not an attractive thing, right? It's not. It doesn't. I just can't think. This is my thing. I think they're gonna push Paul to at some point to become a babyface. I think Punk might edge into the heel a little bit, and I think Paul might get a WrestleMania moment. Now, I'm saying Punk holds this title till Mania because they also want to give Punk. Punk wants to main event a Mania. I think he wants to be champion at a Mania. He wants to do all this stuff. I can't even see who it would be unless it is
Bron Breaker.
Someone from the Vision. That's what I was going to say. Like, unless
I'm
it's
thinking Braun. Let me make an early bold prediction. Now that Seth is fully out of the picture, right? The most logical thing to do would be to have Bron Breakker win the Men's Royal Rumble match. I cannot see, and I mean, you're mentioning Logan Paul, so maybe that's a possibility. But I cannot see for it to make more sense for anybody else to win the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. I think it should be Braun. I think the fans in attendance especially would go ape shit, and it would be a truly star-making moment for him. Look, you want to build for the future, you want to build stars, that's how you do it. Start having Braun go on this unbelievably unstoppable run for the next 2 months, have him win the Royal Rumble, and you're off to the races. You got your WrestleMania main event there. It's fresh. It's something that's not necessarily predictable, and Punk can do the job. He can do the favors and help create a new star and give Bron Breakker a WrestleMania moment that people would remember for a while, especially if the match was good,
I'm not mad at that though. Like I think as some, like you said, I think Braun is that guy at some point. Like it just makes sense. Do it in Saudi, Rumble in Saudi. Braun wins the Rumble, goes on to Mania. Punk is champ. That story makes sense.
Yeah.
And because Seth is out, it kind of opens it speeds up things for Braun a little bit. I don't know if Braun was supposed to possibly have this moment yet. I think they were looking at maybe one more calendar year before Braun even got to that point. But I think right now,
what choice do they have?
Yeah, they got no choice, man.
They have no choice. They have to pivot because even on the SmackDown side, what the hell are you going to do with Cody? Does Cody keep the title all the way until Mania? Does he drop it? And that's we can go on. That's a different topic for another episode. But what do you do with the WWE Championship picture? So,
well, I'm going to tell you right now, Braun's high on my list of people that needs to become a star quick, and WWE needs to start creating some stars again, because like we saw in like we talked about in our last episode, Poker Face, where you could listen to it, watch it, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff on the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Like we talked about then, all those guys at that table, they ain't spring chickens no more, son. They're a little older. I mean, listen.
Yep.
They can still sell tickets, but WWE they dropped the ball. They need some fresh blood. And right now, Braun is probably the highest on my list in terms of being that fresh face that they could possibly push for a possible Mania main event come 2026. Wow. Yeah. That's faster than I thought. I would have thought. But I'm not mad at it. But I do. Speaking of the bronze of it all, my friend, we got to talk about this. What in the bleep is going on here? Are we seeing the workings of a Logan Paul joining the Vision? And let me just say this right now, Lou. I'm not mad at it. I kind of dig it. Like looking at this picture, I like it. Like it could work. And with Paul Heyman's guidance to really hone in on character with Logan and promo delivery with Logan and leaning into certain things in his promos and his matches and stuff with Paul Heyman, bro, I think the vision could be dope. If I like the Logan. Listen, people hate Logan Paul for real life personal reasons and all that stuff, whatever. But in the world of professional wrestling, Logan Paul to me is a superstar. And your boy in the vision, as long as he doesn't steal the spot, he can't steal the spotlight from Bron. That's the thing. He can't overshadow Bron. And because Logan is such a personality, that's the part I'm afraid of, is that Bron may be put to the background just because, not on purpose, but just because Logan is such a big personality, bro. Are you digging this Logan possibility? I don't think it's going to happen. But if it did, how are you feeling about it, man?
I've always been indifferent towards Logan Paul, but he has my utmost respect as an athlete. He's someone who has put in the work. He is freakishly athletic, puts on great matches, even if it prioritizes, like, his work really prioritizes spots. But he can go, and he knows how to generate heat because he's just naturally unlikable.
Right.
I don't know how you mentioned the babyface run. I don't know how anybody would be able to get behind Logan Paul as a babyface. I
Right.
don't. He may be the only WWE superstar ever in history to never have a babyface run, just because of how unlikable he is. So I'm indifferent to this whole Logan Paul thing. I wouldn't be mad at it because it injects some fresh new blood into the vision,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to be at the expense of Bron Breaker, because Bron Breaker is full time. He's a homegrown talent. Where Logan Paul, I still see him as an outsider, and I think that's the perception of most people in the wrestling community. Like, yes, he's earned his flowers over the past few years because of his work rate and shit like that, but he's not on TV every week. He's still,
True.
to me and to many, a special attraction. So if you're going to have this big angle where he aligns himself with the vision, even if he's not an official member, you got to have him on TV weekly. Have him every week on Raw for the next, through Mania at the minimum. Don't have him on TV for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then he disappears and cuts vignettes, and you see all these backstage promos, and then he starts appearing once a month. He's got to be consistently on TV for people to take him more serious as a WWE wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think, I think that's going to happen. I think he'll be on TV a little more. Um, in terms of just in ring, just getting it, just understanding the business in that realm. I think Logan is probably the best we've seen it from, as a person who's from the outside, who came in and just kind of
Oh, yeah.
athletically gifted and just got it.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah,
he's
I think
also
he's the greatest of all time when it
yeah,
comes
right.
to and that might sound like hyperbole, but he's the GOAT when it comes to outside celebrities coming into the WWE. Like, he
Yeah.
is the greatest of all time. Like, the fact that we can revisit Logan Paul's catalog from
Mm-hmm.
2021, 2022 and be like, yo, those matches were bangers.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I'm high on Logan. Um, I think we're looking at a guy who, if it ain't Braun, could be him to be the next big thing in terms of
Could be.
young world champions. If it ain't Bron's got to do something real stupid, or the or the backstage creative they got to be like, yo, I just don't see it in Bron. Like something drastic has to change in creative for it not to be Bron. It is Bron's. It's being handed to him on a silver platter, basically. But Logan is right there just in case. Like if something goes down,
You're right.
Logan's next. I can't see anybody. But you are also right, Lewis, the administrator. You are right that Logan could be the guy that never ever turns baby. Even if he was white meat baby face kissing babies coming out to the ring, your boy's still gonna get booed. It's crazy. There's just no
love
for Logan.
Yeah, I don't
love for Logan.
I see no babyface run for him. and for me, WWE should not even attempt to force this.
Attempt it. Yeah.
Like, keep him as the detestable douchebag that he is. Like, just keep him like that. Like, the presentation right now has been perfect. So just keep him that way.
Just keep him that way, man. Well, we'll see what happens. But Logan Vision, I don't hate it. I think it could work, but it shouldn't happen because I think Logan's personality is too strong for a Bron and being in that group. I just think he'll overshadow the entire group. And that is not what we're going for when we're trying to make Bron a star. So probably best to just keep them away from each other. Maybe they do a triple threat or whatever. I don't know. But maybe not to join the Vision, but I wouldn't be mad at it. But again, probably wouldn't make sense for creative to even put that out there like that. But we'll see what happens, y'all. We'll see.
We shall see.
Now, listen, man, I gotta tell you, I kind of forgot. I kind of slipped on this. The blood and guts of it all. AEW Blood and Guts next Wednesday. And it is looking fantastic. The two blood and gut matches are looking real good. The women's blood and guts match is a 6-on-6. Mercedes Moné, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, and the Triangle of Madness, which I like. And then you got Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale. Queen Aminata will not be in it due to an injury, which is unfortunate. You got Mina Shirakawa in it, and then Jamie Hayter and Harley Cameron. Lou, what's your thoughts of this this upcoming Blood and Guts spectacular, man? Do you have high expectations from the women to show up and show out? What's your thoughts?
Yes. I have high expectations because this is the first time the AEW is doing it for the women. And I think the women are going to show out. You got a pretty good crop of women here. This is pretty much the entire division in the company. But just looking at both sides, it's a good mix match. Like, you got some really good workers. You got some meh. Like, the ones who are on the meh side are like Sky Blue, Julia Hart. But everybody else, Jamie Hayter, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir is but she's got the presence. Obviously Mercedes and Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, like it. That's got the potential to be a legitimate show stealer, match of the year type match. If these women knock it out the park. Right. I think my only thing is I wish this was on Full Gear, but I understand it because they want to put more eyes on it, and obviously more people are going to watch it on TBS/HBO Max versus paying $50 for the pay-per-view. So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But this should be really good, man. It should be. I'm excited. Next week's Dynamite is going to be special.
Yeah, it's going to be very good. This one, I agree with you. This has the potential. And listen, I love. Listen, I'm gonna give Tony some props. Tony Khan. He's starting to put the women out there. He's starting to put them in matches. You're seeing more than one women's match a night. You got two now in some cases, which is big.
Yep.
This blood and guts match is like a go out there and just prove yourself. Just show the world what you got. Show the world, tell the world that AEW has got the best women wrestlers in the world. This is what this match is supposed to be about.
Yep.
And I think they're going to bring it. I'm very, 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 very intrigued on seeing how they execute this. And like you said, Lou, there's a couple people in there that I'm like, hey, you know, like I said, listen, for I've been a very harsh critic of the Sky Blue, but I do respect Sky Blue because she does get out there every week and just continues to perform and work and perform.
She's got good work ethic.
And she's got good work ethic. She's out there. She's learning every time she's out there. I just wish there was some more personality to everything else. Like I just wish she exuded charisma. That's a huge thing she's missing. But when it comes to work in a match like this, homegirl, I feel like will do any. I feel like she'll fly off a cage. Like she'll do whatever is necessary for the moment. So I give Sky Blue her props on that. So I'm thinking that match is going to be.
Good point.
I think that match is going to be solid, man. Like, but if you take a look, Lou, at this one, we got the men. We got the Death Riders versus Darby, Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roddy Strong back on television again. Roddy Strong.
Yeah.
And
Kyle O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, bro. Where you think who's doing the most crazy spot in this match right now? Besides Darby. Darby might light everybody on fire. but if it wasn't that, what's your thoughts on the men's blood and guts match, man?
Fucking Darby is gonna jump off the top of the cage down to the ring with a flamethrower, have a suit made of spiked glass. I'm saying spiked glass. Like he's just gonna do some crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put any match with Jon Moxley and Darby Allin. Oh, and not to mention Mark Briscoe. Those three guys alone are not afraid to go all out with the Crimson Masks and the real hardcore stuff. So those three crazy sons of bitches, they're gonna really give you a show. But I mean, I'm not crazy about the babyface team itself, like as a whole. So yeah, it just seems very forced to some degree. But I think it's going to be an entertaining match nonetheless. I think the Death Riders go over. I don't see a reason for the Death Riders to lose this match. Or am I bugging? Like I think it just makes sense for the Death Riders to win.
I think it makes sense for the Death Riders to win. I think because they are the established faction in this match. I like you said, I think the babyface team is just random, like Roddy Strong. Like I like Roddy, but does he deserve to be in this match? We barely saw him on TV until a couple of weeks ago. Kyle's getting a push, which I'm not mad. Like I don't hate these guys, but they're this is the bench team in my case, minus Darby, minus Orange, and maybe
Mark Briscoe
and Mark, minus them, right? So Kyle and Roddy are like the bench warmers, right? They're you put them in when your starters are, they're like, yo, get me out, I'm done, get me out. We got 5 minutes left in the game. We're up by 20. I don't need to be in here. And then you put those guys in. But for them to be like the centerpiece of a match like this, I don't know. I just think I think they could. There's so many other guys they could have threw in this that could have made it probably big, even bigger. Put it this way: I think the women's match has more star power than this.
Yeah,
If that makes
I,
I think the
I was
women's
thinking the same
match,
thing.
the women's match, legit has more star power than this. But will it still be a great match? Oh yeah, they're gonna kill it.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna kill it.
and then you're getting 2 blood and guts matches next
Mhm.
week. Like, I believe that's going to be the entire telecast, like the entire episode of Dynamite. You're going to get
Yeah,
1 hour for the women and 1 hour for the men, and that's it. Because there's
yeah.
no reason to put anything else on that broadcast, and you'll
Damn,
probably have
you
a
think
little
that'll be it, huh?
overrun. Yeah, because these war games type matches, each match takes like 45 minutes.
True.
Because you got to have like the countdowns and everybody entering the ring and this, that, and the third, not including entrances and shit. But the match itself, each match itself is going to be like a good 35, 40 minutes. So they
Yeah, I
don't
didn't even
have
think about
room
that.
for any other match.
You're right.
And then you got commercial breaks in between, of
and
course.
you got commercial breaks in between, of course. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, it might be 2 matches, man. Greensboro is going to get 2 solid matches. Well, I mean, unless
It's
they
messed up
fix.
how they're going to Greensboro for it a week after they come here to Houston. I would have loved to have gone to that.
Oh, that would have been crazy if you got that blood
Yeah.
and guts match. That would have been nuts. But listen, man, blood and guts next Wednesday, Greensboro, November 12th. I'm calling instant classics in both matches. I'm giving AEW a lot of credit because they do blood and guts right.
They do.
They do blood and guts right. It's going to be a mess. There's people flying off or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, but a good mess. A good mess.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Man, Lewis, we're coming down to the final 2 months of John Cena's tenure in WWE. And it is a tournament, which I do like the idea of a tournament to see who his last opponent will be. The first round, we got Rusev and Damian Priest. And then the second, I believe, we're going to get Shinsuke Nakamura and Sheamus. Lou, first of all, man, this is it. John, like, I can't believe we're about to hit December soon. And John Cena's last match is coming up, and we're having a tournament. Do you even have an idea? Can you even predict who this person may be that may be his last match? In my opinion, it should be someone young who needs to get over or a win or loss or whatever in that match could be incredible for their career. Where are you at with it, man? Like, who? I don't even know who else is in it. To tell you the truth, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know the full 16 man tournament. I don't know who else is in it. But where you at with it, bro?
I do think the tournament is a nice idea. It's something fresh. I don't know who goes over though. Then again, I don't know all the participants. I don't know to what extent they've revealed that, but it's good because it builds that much more intrigue to who Cena's final opponent is going to be. And this is really shaping up to be one of the biggest wrestling events of the year. And it's not even a PLE. It's not pay-per-view. It's not one of the big 5 that WWE puts on. It's Saturday night's main event, for crying out loud. But this is shaping up to be huge and monumental because rumor has it that President Trump and Vince McMahon will be there in attendance. Like,
Word?
Yeah, I had read that somewhere. I don't know how credible that is, but I can see that. It is John Cena after all.
Yeah.
it's going to be very emotional.
Hmm.
Like Cena's going to be in tears. They'll probably do something where the entire locker room clears out and gives him his flowers. You're gonna see kids, everybody in the audience, those reaction shots. You're gonna get people bawling.
Yeah.
Um, Cena was very impactful for an entire generation or two.
Mm-hmm.
Cena is Cena. Like John Cena's name is always going to be synonymous with being one of the all-time greats. One of the most iconic wrestlers WWE has ever produced, if you will. So
Yeah.
is he like the greatest of all time? That's debatable. And that really depends on perspective, vantage
Yeah.
point, age, preference, like that. It depends on all those things. When I see anyone who's like 25 or younger, of course Cena is their greatest of all time. Of
Right.
course he's, Punk is in that category in that conversation too. Not for us because we're old. We're old goats. We're unks.
Yeah.
Not for us. Our goats are like, for you, Bret Hart. For me, The
Right.
Rock. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are our goats. But for the younger fans and podcast hosts and content creators, yeah, Cena is their number one guy, and I can't fault them for that because they were young children when Cena was doing this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna make it a priority viewing because
This is a priority
you know,
viewing for you.
yeah, because what it
That's
is
big.
that at some point, at one point, I really was into John Cena. I was heavily into John Cena for the first couple of years of his run.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
maybe from like I think the last time I was really into John Cena might have been like 2006.
2006.
Yeah, like 2006, maybe like early 2007, but yeah, after that I checked out. I wasn't into him anymore. I couldn't stand seeing him on TV. I hated the booking.
Oh, the booking
I
was
always
the
I
booking
always
was
looked forward
dumb.
to the matches that he would have, but he was
Right.
always booked to look like he was fucking invincible. So,
Yeah.
but that's neither here nor there. But I was really into Cena when the Thugonomics shit first started and he was doing the rapper gimmick. I loved the rapper gimmick. Like it had its cheesy moments, but it was
Yeah.
so original because you hadn't seen that before. Him coming out with the throwback jerseys and
Mm-hmm.
doing the rap battles and those memorable segments with people like Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, Big Show, where they would be countering with their raps. Was he the greatest worker? No, but
No.
you don't have to be. He was a star. Like he was everything that Vince McMahon could have hoped for. He was like an absolute star. Problem is he got stale with the booking and everything. But when he was doing his rapper shit and all of that, like that was good stuff. Like I was really into Cena at that time. So it's not like I've always hated Cena.
Right. It's same. Like I listen. Cena's not anywhere near the top of my list of greatest wrestlers of all time, right? But Cena, like you said, Lou, was a star, and
Yeah.
the stuff he came out and did from his promos to the rap battles, all that stuff was grade A, top notch, level 1 million type of deal. Like Cena just got it. Work wise, work rate, all that stuff, wasn't my thing. Wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, he just what started to happen was they were throwing him down our throats so much, force feeding us Cena winning, win, Super Cena, win. Like he got stale, and I turned quick. Like there was a moment where I was like you. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it. It's all right, whatever. And then all that stuff happened. The booking just turned me off. It just made me not want to ever root for this guy again. Could this run have been better, Lou? Yes, 1,000,000%. This run could have been better. I think it threw a wrench in a lot of creative. I think creative can't wait till this is done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
to try to have
Yeah.
to book a retirement like this where the guy has got spread out dates probably was a nightmare. Like, what's going to make sense? What should we do? How do we make this and blah 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 and fun, whatever. It's gonna. I think we're gonna miss Cena, man. I think we're gonna miss Cena. I think this is gonna. I think this retirement will hit different, more different than like a Flair, but Batista, all that stuff, right? I think this one hits different because it's so close to home in terms of like recent. Like, this is a guy we were watching 10, 15 years ago. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our guy. And Cena is going away. No more Mania appearances, whatever. Will he wrestle again? I'm not going to close the door on that, but I have a feeling he's not. I think when he says it's a wrap, I'm done. Like, there won't be no Saudi money that can bring him back to the ring. I think this is like, I'm done, guys. I'm closing this chapter, and I'm going to try to win me a Razzie Award or whatever, or some sort of some sort of like a Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award. Like, I'm trying to do that thing. But we had him. He did great stuff. We had memorable moments. Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. on December 13th. Saturday will be the last time we see Cena, and I'm very curious to see who this opponent's going to be.
Wait a minute, it's December 13th?
December 13th.
Ah, shit, that can't even be priority viewing for me because that'll be my kid's birthday party. So I'll have to catch up on the replay.
Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that.
There goes the priority view.
There goes that. I'll just have it on in the background, I guess.
Yeah. December 13th, man. Yeah, I'm gonna. For me, that's priority, man. I gotta watch this unless something is happening, but this is gonna feel big.
Yeah. As it should, you can't even be that much of a hater. Like, it should be priority viewing if you're a wrestling fan,
Right.
Even if you hated Cena's guts, like, Cena was in the conversation for the longest time for the last 2 decades, literally 2 decades.
Yeah.
He was at every pay-per-view event that you attended, every Raw you attended, just about, If you had the pleasure of being at the Royal Rumble at Madison Square Garden in 2008, one of the most famous moments ever. I was blessed to be a part of that, so just a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of good stuff.
I may not necessarily be a fan, but I could never sit there and say that Cena didn't provide great memories for me as a fan.
Yeah, there are some memories, just not the greatest of all time. I don't know. Sorry. Just can't throw that out there, Lou. I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, we can certainly revisit that Mount Rushmore conversation.
But
yeah, he ain't my number one go. Absolutely not.
No. But yeah, man. Listen, Lou. Anything else, man? We gotta get to, or did we touch upon everything, bro?
I think that's it for this week. Continue supporting us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. And if you would like to be a guest on our show, we're looking to interview people just to shoot the shit and have a conversation. So whether you're a podcast host, a wrestler, we'd love to have you on. So yeah, just hit us up on the DMs and, we'll make it work.
Yeah, man. Hit us up. Like Lou said, this is episode 110, man. It's crazy to think that we're already on 110. Look at me now, y'all. Keep it locked in for more show. Until next time. Peace.
You have just listened to the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast, a Scriptly adapted production. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at On-Da-Mark Wrestling. And email us on ondamarkpodcast@gmail.com.